If you watch survival shows, you probably know for a fact that women complain while men collaborate with one another. Still, women dare to say that they need no man and all that shit that they don't even believe themselves.
But no, men can't do it without women. And I think that
men can,
I respectfully disagree.
Yeah.
Men can 100% exist without women. The only thing men need women for is to propagate a society.
Procreate.
But we don't need you guys for survival. Women need men for survival.
No, we don't.
no.
Okay.
This world.
Do you?
I can survive.
You can survive without a man?
Yeah.
Okay. If the power cut out,
We're all
tomorrow-
human.
No.
Okay.
If the power goes out,
Some men are dumb.
can you fix it?
I know how to
No,
make
can
candles.
you?
I know how to
Hold
make
on.
candles.
Ladies,
Actually,
hold on.
Some men can't do what some men
Let me
can't
let me
do.
let me make this very clear.
God.
So the world that you live in with the conveniences that you have right now, power,
gas
power,
stove.
water, gas, etc. These were all created by men, and not only that, they're maintained by men.
Infrastructure and other amenities are designed, created, and maintained by men. And all these I don't need men narratives crumble when shit hits the fan. Real talk.
The infrastructure from which you are able to live a comfortable first world life was built and created and is currently maintained by men. So for you to say, I don't need men, is disingenuous at best and goes against logical fact. The world you live in and the ability that the privileges that you have in a first world country were given to you by men. That is not to say that men are better than women. It is simply to say that men are better at certain things than women, and one of them just happens to be creating a world and infrastructure to allow women to have a comfortable life.
And that comfortable life includes bashing men on social media that is coded and maintained by men. Did any woman on the panel study a STEM degree? Hell no.
A majority of inventions that have made life simpler were created by men. So you can say, I don't need men, but that is not true at all. Because if the power went out tomorrow and you no longer had running water, you would need to rely on men to be able to get that back.
It's okay.
I will call the FPL people. Sometimes
And they're
FPL
not-
people are women as well.
Whole bunch
And
of
then
men
not
gotta
even
show up.
necessarily that. Just because a man started it does not mean that women cannot maintain it.
Right.
Power
Yeah.
grids are
I'ma say-
exclusively run by men.
Everybody can
90
learn
percentage.
everything though.
I'm gonna say something
Okay.
right now.
It's a balance.
I literally
agree.
I was not able to do certain things without a man 100%. But like, okay, so my grandfather taught me how to change a tire, how to do oil change, how to, like you can't drive without fluids. You can't get a car until you're able to drive stick shift. Like he taught me all these things so that I did not need a man. But who taught me that?
Amen.
A man.
And
Yeah,
it's
so-
vice
Thank you. At the end of the day, men create and manage the things society needs. Women who deny the need of men in society are, to say the least, ignorant.
versa.
Ladies, the thing is this, man.
Some real shit.
We have become so civilized and so forward that we now live in a world where women can actually say, I don't need a man. That's how good you guys have life, where you have literally forgotten who created the life that you live in. Again, this is not to say men are better than women, but there's a gross lack of gratitude for what men have created to allow you to have a simple, better life where you can go ahead and say, I don't need a man. You do need a man, because if the power went out today and the water stopped running, there would be anarchy. You would get physically destroyed by a man trying to take your resources. You would need a man to protect and provide for you and be able to go out there and get resources for you. You would die within 2 days without a man, and that is a fact. It's been since the beginning of time, women needed men for protection, and they needed them for provisioning, and they needed them for security. And these millennia of human evolution have continued on today. There's a reason why women want a man that makes more money than them, taller than them, more muscular than them, intelligent, etc. These are all survival traits that a man has. Women look for survival value, men look for replication value. In other words, women want a man that can provide and protect. Men want a woman that's attractive, that they can replicate children with, that are going to be attractive. So that's what it is. So we can sit here and say, I don't need no man, but that is factually false.
It's the
You
moment.
would die within 2 days without a man protecting you.
But
in
I
an
don't need
anarchy
no
world.
man.
And heads of video.
Okay.
If you want to
In
see
the
it, Mara.
anarchy world, I don't need a man.
I don't think
Okay.
that it's necessarily that we
Alright.
don't need a man, but I think that it is. I don't think that we should downplay the fact that women need men just as much as men need women.
Right.
I
No,
think
that is not true. Men
That
do
is
not
true.
Okay, ladies, I said this very clearly earlier. Men do not need women for survival. We need you guys to have children and continue a society. But if 5 men were together and no longer saw a woman ever,
They,
they
fuck
would
each
still
other.
live. They would still live. If 5 women were together with no men, they would die.
There's a never
But we don't
movie
know
about
for
this.
sure.
Because women
Really?
are not strong enough to manipulate the world and take on attackers like men are.
and that's an
Oh.
opinion.
That is
Yeah,
a-
that's an opinion though.
Okay, hold on. Okay, you guys, no, hold on. You're saying that's an opinion? Who is stronger, me or you?
Men are stronger, but I feel
Me.
like women have strategies that.
All right, I'm not even going to entertain this anymore.
Women need men more than men need women. A society run by women would collapse in no time because they just blame each other instead of cooperating. Let's check some comments. Okay, ladies, go get your tools and meet me in the Transformer vault so we can replace the switch load gear. Don't forget your arc flash, intrinsic meters, impacts, and sockets. After that, we'll be welding some trusses that we need to support a roof span, doing pH calculations on the supply water at the processing station, and... Am I losing you? Not that you're stupid and don't understand this stuff. You know where to start, right? You're physically strong enough, right? You have the tools, right? We don't need men who pay for your OnlyFans. I guarantee that 99.9% they are men, so the men will always be there to give to your needs. I would love it if they tried to survive in the woods for at least a week with just basic survival tools. If it's no tools, they would be good as dead. If women need more proof of why they do need men, here it is. It's very funny, I promise.
Let's play. She's lifting. I thought she was naked, by the way. It's apparently does the color of her leggings. It is what it is. Oh. Girlfriend got stuck.
Bail out. Just bail.
She got stuck. She didn't want to throw it. So now she's trying to get guys to come over and help her to lift that thing off her back. Right now this goes on. Look, excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. She's
bail.
just sitting there. Just throw
bail
it. I'll do
out.
it now.
Just throw it.
She was afraid to do that. And I'm not going to lie. I might be afraid to do it too because a lot of weight. And I'd be like, shit, is this thing going to hit me in the behind? What's going to go on? She stays there. She stays there. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Well, yeah, you can't stay there all day, girlfriend. Stays there. It's too much, right? You know what this?
Does anyone actually help her?
Oh, yeah. You know who helps her? A female. A female
but she
comes
pissed
over.
about it, yeah.
Yeah, so a girl, ultimately what happens is, if you scroll through, I don't know, Della, if you want to scroll through, but ultimately what happens is a girl comes over.
She sat there for like a minute.
Lifts it off her back. She's like, hey. Now, granted, guys have earbuds, but you will see that the girl comes over and helps her. First of all, girlfriend, why are you lifting all that weight? That's too much weight for you. You need to know your limits. That's number one. But here's the thing that struck me is this, because we've been seeing all these images of girls in the gym where, you know, half naked, booty out, and then a guy like has the nerve to look her way. And it's like, oh my God, he makes me feel so unsafe, all that stuff. But now you have a dynamic where, this instance, you have women in the gym, and I guarantee you there are guys that saw what was going on and were like, I'm staying out of this. I don't want to be in some video. I'm not getting involved.
Yeah,
I don't want to be
the tripod with the phone recording.
I don't want to be accused of what I'm doing, that I'm approaching her, all that. And this is what I say about like feminism wrecking men, because your natural instinct as a man would just be like, let me go over and help this woman.
Yeah.
Right? Normal. Like back in my dad's day, you wouldn't even think about that. He would have gone over, he would have been like, oh, you got to be careful, honey. Don't lift stuff that's so heavy. Let me help you out.
It's refreshing to hear women with a bit of common sense. Modern day women do whatever it takes to live up to their I don't need a man lifestyle, but it's just an inconvenient way of life when shit hits the fan.
You got to be afraid to do everything now. And I think that's why when people say the death of gentlemen and all this, women complain. I saw a video of a very prominent female figure being like, oh, all the good men are gone, all the good men. It's like, well, you killed them. You killed whatever was inside of them that would have made them actually act like men. Guys are afraid to be men.
Yeah. Feminism has disincentivized men from being gentlemen.
Completely.
It's all backwards.
It's all backwards. Can we fix it?
Yes, you totally can fix it.
How do you fix it though? Even if you give advice to men, get them back on the right track, if women are getting what they're getting, fed to them, spoon fed to them all day long, is that dynamic ever going to get fixed?
Well, okay, the solution for from the man's perspective is you ignore those women and you pursue the ones that are actually acting feminine and like women again. You have to delegate. Your attention is valuable. So okay, I only give attention, and I'm only a gentleman to the women that deserve to be a gentleman to. It's really that's.
Does that work if
on a societal level? If every dude started acting that way, if men actually started opening the doors for like
women who deserved it.
Women who deserve. I mean, it's hard to tell if a woman deserves it just by looking at her, I suppose.
Right.
But in general, if men were more gentlemanly and more chivalric, like the classical examples you might think of, towards women who actually deserved it, I think women would start, acting a bit more feminine stuff. But that goes both ways. Like, women are the gatekeepers towards like men. Women incentivize men's behavior. Women through sex. So okay, when you lower the barrier to entry for sex in general. Okay, what's the guy need to do to get sex? Okay,
nothing. Basically.
Not really that much anymore. Like he used to have to like give you like 8 goats and stuff,
right?
And give that
pick
to
you up
your
at the
father,
house, shake your dad's hand,
all this stuff.
Be scared of the dad in the house. Yes, there was layers deep.
I couldn't find the tweet again, but I saw this tweet about a woman who. So this woman had an idea for a dating app, and the idea was you have to. Dating app where you match, and then the dude has to come around to your house and meet your father. And I thought, okay, great start, but you have to add one more layer to that. Your father has to be able to veto the dude if you like him. If you don't like him, if you like him, your dad's like, he's a terrible choice. Veto. Immediate veto.
Oh man, my dad would have vetoed my college choice.
Right, and that's another big thing that's happened is we've taken up like. Fathers are shamed for having an influence on their daughter's dating life, which is totally backwards.
Because they're strong, empowered women. You didn't get the message.
But the idea, like, who knows more about men?
No, I'm with you.
The 18-year-old girl who is, following her emotions and can in flights of fancy, right? Or her like 50-year-old dad who spent his whole life doing business with men, playing sports with men, engaging with men. All he's like, he knows which of his male friends are complete players and playboys,
right?
And the other ones who are committed husbands or whatever. He's gonna have a pretty good indication of this guy's a player or this guy actually might be like husband material. But that's toxic masculinity or whatever. Yeah, we can't possibly have fathers taking care of their daughters anymore. Oh, heaven forbid that. No, can't have that at all.
Husband material type of men are the incarnation of toxic masculinity. But a chick who tells me she does not need them when she does is an empowered woman? Clown world. And one especially poignant comment. I'm a personal trainer who's been in the business for over a decade, and I won't even consider working with women unless there's a lot of people around and cameras pointed at us. Congratulations, ladies. You empowered yourselves right out of being treated like equals. Guys, thanks for checking out this video. Stay tuned for more daily content. Like, subscribe, and comment. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.